The next one we had, and it's been happening, but there's a lot more of it coming. And we look at it, Natalie and I discussed it as kind of the one word we used, exodus. And it's a talent exodus. It's a organizational memory exodus. And by that, I mean, some of the companies I work with, you've got demographic shifts. And some people have said it's going from okay boomer to okay millennial, show us what you got. If I look at some of the companies I work with, you can have over half of the top leaders in the organization retirement eligible within 2 years. Think about that. So you have a lot of people leaving. You also have talent exodus in younger generations, different generations that are saying, you know what, I am going to guard myself and I'm leaving. And the seniors, the senior individuals that have not left yet are wondering, well, why did they leave? So it's going to be a different world. And if we're not going to get ahead of it, there's going to be some pivotal gaps in experience that individuals have, in development levels that they have, if they aren't properly prepared. And I'm finding in some organizations, the leadership pipeline isn't ready for it. So, I mean, if I look at what's coming in the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of people retiring, a lot of them saying, I'm done. And a lot of other people saying, okay, but wait a minute, there's going to be a significant shift or a significant exodus there now. Yeah.
Yeah, as you know from our conversations preparing to share this today, I absolutely agree. And we're seeing that the millennial generation, the younger generation, is looking at the jobs there at the top that might be available to them in the next 3 to 5 to 7 years. And they're thinking, do I want that job? Is that what I want to do and be a part of, if that's the current culture that is taking place now? And is that just indicative of what's to come for me? And, when you look across the board at the workforce, I've seen studies anywhere from 60 to 80% of workers have considered leaving their current job based on a couple of things: feeling like they're getting a lack of respect and feeling undervalued in the workplace. So the reason I bring that up is because we talked earlier in the earlier predictions about the bottom line being the most important thing and how that's probably not going to go away. However, thinking about, will your current practice cause you to lose ground on that bottom line in the years to come? Because, the future generations, they don't want to just be focused on the bottom line. And I think that they're looking at, does this company value me as a person and what I bring to the company, or are they just concerned with what results I can deliver? And not that results aren't important. Believe me, we know that profit is important, success is important, but our suggestion for this prediction of the mass exodus, if you want to preserve the talent within your organization, and I know, Don, you and I are already seeing valuable talent leaving because of toxic work environment. And why? Because people aren't being recognized, they aren't being respected, they aren't being valued for their contribution. And so now more than ever, invest in the value of the people that are working for you, in coaching, in development. And also, aside from the human aspect of it, when you see the mass exodus of just organizational knowledge and history, make sure you have a plan in place for how are these generational divides, how are people going to work together through this exodus, so that when you do have the expertise leaving, that it doesn't completely leave the building.
Doesn't gut it. I think too, especially from a leadership pipeline perspective, and I won't say that in every case that it's necessarily, they aren't being respected or valued. The difference is they don't feel respected or valued. And the idea of somebody from a different perspective thinking, well, of course we value them. The other one saying, you don't show me.